We are live.
Hello.
Okay, we are back.
Oh my
and we are
goodness.
sorry. Is it working? Oh, it is working.
Yeah, it's finally working.
I don't know how to fix this, Yumiko.
Okay, so we are back. We were having issues with our stuff.
We had issues because we had issues.
I wonder how far we got back.
I don't know, but we did take you on a tour of our house. Hey. Okay, here we go. Just cut a string and then go from
Yu-Gi-Oh!
there.
Thanks for logging back in.
Oh my God.
All right,
We're
Heidi's
like-
back. Okay, so just what was the last thing that you guys heard so that we can catch everyone up?
I
Right.
think the last time they heard us was when we were outside, and I remember hearing something happen.
Yeah. So what were the last thing that you guys heard?
We were talking about the nasty bathrooms, okay?
I think it was. It's all right. I think we should just keep omit all those comments.
We're gonna omit all the comments about the bathrooms.
Yeah, that's probably the best course of action.
Toilet outside. Oh yeah,
And
then you were closing the big door.
Oh, yeah, that's when she took off the headphones.
Well, how are you guys? Why don't everybody tell us how you are? It's actually an open question, so you guys can ask us anything.
Okay,
about
so I
our
remember
move.
Heidi was talking about like some of the public bathrooms, right, in the Philippines are
Need
updates, right? So we totally agree with that, right? So if you guys are planning to come out here to Philippines, you definitely need your own
Wipies.
Wipies, yes, you need your own wipies. So
That's
not just
cool.
that, but you need your own soap. And so if you're a foreigner, you're definitely gonna be looking for what specific amenities that are missing.
Wipies, soap.
There's wipies in public bathrooms?
No, but these are the
Yes.
things that you need.
No. What amenities does a foreigner are you looking
Toilet paper,
for?
water.
Okay. So I would encourage you guys, if you guys are planning to travel here to Philippines, to bring wipies, right? So I know someone who's in the chat who's the queen of wipies, right?
Yes, it's not us. It's not me.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not the
it's
queen.
the queen of wipies is definitely
The queen of wipies is in the house.
is in the chat. Queen of wipies is in the chat. But that's gonna take years because public. Yeah, I totally agree, right? Because public.
Heidi says that me. She's the reason why we all started using wipes.
Wipies,
Okay,
yeah.
she enlightened us.
Yeah, definitely. And so I think that's great. You know what Heidi says, but that's going to take years. It's going to take years because public use is not the government first priority.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
I think that there's an allocation of funds, Heidi. You know, I think there's allocation of funds. Government is supposed to have allocation of funds for public use,
But they don't have a lot.
But
they use it on schools and stuff.
It's probably not used in the capacity that the public needs to use it.
Yeah.
Right. It's always projects here, projects there.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever money's used for here in Philippines. But yeah.
I mean, the roads are getting worked on.
That's true. That's
a
true.
lot.
So depending on your town or city, you know, you might have great amenities.
Yeah, they do, but they're not where they should be. Yeah, exactly.
Totally agree.
I know they're redoing the road,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean we rode on the road before. I didn't see any problems with the road,
Yeah.
but all of a sudden there's a new road.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If the Philippines government was to ever wake up, right? I think the previous administration.
He's over
here. A lot. The previous administration, not the current administration. The previous administration put a lot of things in place that kind of like help commerce.
Yeah, road that's nothing on.
Help commerce in the United States, right? Actually get things moving from one direction to the other. Hey, One Direction. It is the Philippines would be probably a powerhouse. I mean, if you think about it, if we had the subway systems like Japan and the roads like in Germany or the United States, this place would be booming. I mean, foreigners flock to this place, right?
The new rulers.
Yeah.
No, I think I mean I don't know anything because I don't know anything about politics or anything like that.
Right, but it's not necessarily just politics. If you think about like what is it? How do you get things to place, right? If somebody in the northern Luzon needs cement or a specific rock or construction material, how do you get it there? It's not through airfare. It's going to be through roads. And I think that's the most disadvantaged thing here in Philippines is the lack of road or infrastructures.
Well, they got new infrastructure put in because
that's
because
true.
there's the the skyline, and
The
I know
Skyway, the Skyway.
they're still building that. There's still more to build on that one, and it's
Mhm.
pretty, but it's very expensive too. So the everyday person is not going to be able to go up there and use it. Like, who wants to spend 500 peso just to use the Skyway? Like,
That's
it's
true.
expensive.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, for the purposes of using commerce though, and getting things to where they need to be, somebody who's selling, who has goods in the Mindanao or Visayas region, how do they bring them up in Luzon? Currently, right now, it's through like
A ferry,
a
maybe.
ferry, sea ferry, and even then, that's
Yeah,
not
only VIP peeps for
that's not
sure.
yeah. So the goods, the haves have it all, but the have-nots, they don't.
And they're working
Yeah,
hard, just
hard,
trying
very hard.
to. It's like their grind. They're working hard on their grind, and
Mhm.
it's just to feed themselves. And
Right.
yeah,
And we talked about salary earlier, right? We talked about how much people make here depending on where they're at. From gas
Mhm.
station person, minimum wage of 400 peso, right?
Yeah,
A day,
all the way to
to
the
all the way up to the
doctor. Oh, well,
doctor.
she's not. She said she has
She's
a
a
bachelor's
pharmacist. She got a
degree. She's a
bachelor's,
pharmacist.
making salary of I don't
Mhm.
know how much.
She
Right?
said over 8,000
8,000,
k,
probably 10,000.
and she's like over 8. So she
Okay.
didn't really want to
Yeah,
tell
she didn't want to
us,
tell us.
but that's fine.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
she's like,
All
I
right.
don't want to tell you.
So just to set things in perspective.
And Manila does have the highest.
Yeah.
Yeah, 500 a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
But still, though,
just to set things in perspective, right?
that's like not a lot.
Your highest toll from Manila to the province area here in Pangasinan,
Has been.
the main one of the tolls is 464 peso.
Mm.
That's the 1 day's worth of stuff.
Yeah,
that's
and that's one
day's,
way.
That's one way.
So if you're
That's
going
not two
back and
ways. That's
forth.
200. I mean,
Mhm.
that's
That's
1,000.
1,000.
That's 1,000 peso.
Yeah, back and forth.
Yeah, and it's not feasible for individuals doing that. And the thing is, like, Philippines is such a rich country, a rich in culture, rich in people. The people are happy, very thankful for what they have. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, but I don't see people going from one location to the other. Like, I don't see them moving around a lot because of the cost to use the roads.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, or you can use the back roads, but it's going to take you hours.
So it'll take a lot longer.
And there might be a mango tree that fell over somewhere.
So Gamerwit says salary here depends on the region. I totally agree. You're right. The salary is probably a lot higher in the cities like Manila, in Baguio, and Makati, Pasay, right? So all those big regions. In Davao, Iloilo, probably higher wages, but in the barangay, it's a lot lower. Like, it's probably 350 peso here in the barangay and the province area. So, anyways, enough said. Enough said about the infrastructure.
Your computation. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's talking about the corruption.
Oh,
We're not going into it because we don't want to get canceled.
Canceled here in Philippines.
I know.
But yeah, so there's definitely, I think that various stages of politics, and I was talking to someone about this, right? I think politicians have very good hearts. Right?
And then he starts talking about politics. He's like, I'm going to stay away from politics, but let me tell you a little bit about the.
They have very good hearts, right? But while you're in office, you have to make a decision, and you understand from a leader's perspective, right?
Yeah.
That the worst thing that you can do is not make a decision. But the thing is, regardless of the decision that you make, right, someone is not going to be happy with it. So there you go.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's on every side.
Yeah, that's in everywhere you go. That's why politics is dirty. Yeah. Politics is very dirty.
Stay away from the politicos,
guys.
Exactly. Yeah.
So okay, so the house, right? So we're doing a lot of updates on the property. Necessities like windows, AC, and just getting things the house updated to kind of like modernize it a little bit. It's getting to where it needs to be. So the construction side that you guys saw, that used to be the old garage, now I'm updating it, and that's gonna be a room, but it's gonna have a bathroom right beside it. So it's gonna be separate from the house, and it's gonna have a room with AC and its own bathroom, and maybe a washer dryer area, so that way someone can wash clothes and still be inside the house. So
When you say someone, who are you talking about?
Anyone that comes and visit. This is, I mean, because the property is anyone in the family,
Yeah, yeah, that's
could
true.
be any of my brothers,
Oh, I thought you were talking
my
about
brothers, could be any of my
like a
brother, sister.
helper or
Yeah,
something, or an
nah, nah,
assistant.
nah, nah, nah,
So
nah.
we have looked for an assistant,
It's
like
hard.
but we can't get any recommendations. Like nobody
Nah,
wants to recommend
nobody wants to
anybody.
recommend anybody. So D is looking for an assistant, right? I think life would be a lot easier if D had an
It
assistant.
would probably be a lot more tastier,
Yeah.
okay? Because I have my meals that I can make. And then once the week's up, I've made all 5 meals that I know how to make.
Yeah. Hey, don't get me wrong. These spaghetti is like the best in the world, right, Hero? How's your mother's spaghetti? How's
Hero
your
loves
mother's
his
spaghetti?
mother's food. He
How's your
loves
mother's
his mother's
spaghetti?
cooking. Period.
Yeah.
I
So,
always get like,
but you can't eat spaghetti 5 times a day.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
he could.
five
He
times a
could.
week. Yeah.
He could.
How's mommy's spaghetti?
Yeah.
Yeah, thumbs up. That's a thumbs up right there. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can't eat spaghetti 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then 5 times a week. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. I want some dinungdang. I want some Filipino food, some adobo. I want some kare kare. I want some fried fish. You know, I want some bagong and kamatis. You know,
Yeah, he does. He wants that Asian food, and I don't know. It's just hard to find an assistant because I mean they're gonna have to come and do more than make food.
yeah,
They're gonna have to do a lot more.
yeah,
But I've been doing a lot of it. But if once we get our internet like full time, I need to start working,
yeah.
and
So,
I'm
so
gonna need a
Gamer Wits says, guys, this is just a suggestion, right? I think it's better for you to invest in a condo in BGC or Makati and experience the best of the province uh, at city life. You know what, Gamer Wits, right now, they just talked about it. We are waiting on internet. So if Converge, which is USA cable, I've been waiting for them since the 2nd of September, and today's the 8th, I think, right? Today's the 9th. If Converge doesn't come through soon and PLDT is supposed to come September 14th, then we're gonna have to vacate this property and go into the city because we need internet. I need internet. Um, just for everything that, like, I wanna modernize the house. I wanna put kind of Wi-Fi throughout the house. I wanna make it a smart home. I want to put
Mhm.
like CCTV, but without internet, I can't make that happen.
Right. Without internet, like if we can't work, then we basically are limited in our funds.
Yeah. So we are semi-retired right now. So
Mhm.
we're here to raise our kids and to make sure that they go to school. But
We've done the math. We only need to work like 3 hours a day for 5 days, and we'd be fine, you know?
yeah.
But
But you know what we're gonna try to do is live off of the savings that we have.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So
So
I don't plan on working.
no, and that's fine. You don't have to work, but it would be nice to work so that we can work on covering our expenses, so we're
Yeah.
not dipping into our savings.
Mhm. And so Heidi says, rice is life. I totally agree with you. Actually, I went for a drive with the kids this morning, went to an ATM, and I was able, to use the ATM. There was no lines. Unfortunately, I ran out of money. And so we drove through.
I can't tell you
we
how
drove-
many ATMs we've tried
We
using.
drove through
It
the
don't work.
farms, right? We drove through the farms. And throughout the farms, you can see the different phases of rice being planted. There is an area where they're pulling the planted rice that's big enough to replant. There's an area where they're replanting the rice, right? And then the guy was providing water to the grown rice already. So it was an awesome experience for the kids. I was able to
Did you
kind of
stop
sit
and
there
like,
and
oh yeah,
talk about it
Mhm.
and tell them the different phases of rice planting, which is great
You wanna go
because
play
they've been
video games?
they've been
It's the
curious
weekend.
about
You
that.
wanna go play video games?
They've been very
Yeah.
curious
Come
about
on.
it. So, Yu-Gi-Oh
Let's get
says,
you
be
set up.
careful on hiring helper nowadays. It should be a
Unless if it's on the
recommendation
big
from a
screen.
family
Mhm.
member. You know what, Yu-Gi-Oh?
But am I able to?
Unfortunately, so I was
Yeah.
asking someone, right? So I was asking
You can
someone
watch
in
this
town,
muted.
and I said, hey, my wife is looking for
watch
an
your show,
assistant,
but
and
muted.
these are the things that we're looking for.
What
And
do
they're
you
like,
mean
I'm
by
sorry,
mute?
I
Volume down.
unfortunately I
You?
can't make any recommendations.
You can watch it.
And I said, why can't you make any recommendations? And he says, the youth nowadays are not the same as they were before. With the disciplinary positions of the school, with kind of like the loosening of policies on how to discipline kids in school. Now kids are growing up in a modern society where respect is no longer valued. And so if I recommend someone and I say, hey, you come over here, you work for them, that individual ends up walking away, then they don't want to look bad. So
So no recommendations.
so no recommendations at all, which is unfortunate. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, we need help. But they
It would
no
be nice to have
recommendation.
some help. I spend the whole day
Mhm.
washing clothes, cooking, and I mean that's not a problem. I'm a woman of the home, and that's fine. But I don't have any time to work.
Yeah. Let's,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I have to cook meals for my kids for them to come home from lunch and eat a meal. And so the only way I can do it is if like I double up and triple up and cook a bunch, you know.
So right now, D and I are not working. We don't plan on working, because we are here to raise our kids. And so I want to spend more time with my kids, like going on motorcycle rides with them in the morning, and kind of like teaching them how life is here in Philippines and how hard it can be. And that's going to be one of my main focus is the kids, and for them to have culturally experience what the province have to provide.
I thought that we would have more time here, like being in the province and like moving here to the Philippines. I thought I'd have way more time, but I actually don't because my whole life kind of revolves around the kids. And so we drop them off to school and then we got to pick them up at 12 or 11 or 10. And so we got to keep them with us and feed them and stuff. And then we take them back to school. And so it's kind of like I have to stick around the area if I want to do anything. So I could probably garden, but I haven't had any time because we're getting all this construction done. So I literally, like what I thought I would have a lot of time, I don't. And then the tutor comes over in the evening, so then that makes it for like I'm washing clothes. I'm still like washing dishes, washing clothes. I'm cleaning. I'm doing everything. You know, and it's a lot. Like it's not like I have more time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty busy, even though I am not working. I'm working in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh says, oh, bulalo. Bulalo is
Hey,
good.
bulalo. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
soup, right?
ginataang manok or coconut
Yeah,
chicken.
go ahead.
It is so good. It is so good.
I'll get you the charger.
Let me see. So Heidi says, yep, security is good. Yeah, I think though. I think so. I think one of the most essential things out here in Philippines is definitely security, right? So I want to install a few things at the house to make sure that it is safe. Like right now, we don't even have a doorbell. So
We
someone,
need to get a doorbell.
because we have
Oh, sorry.
an outside fence,
Mhm.
right, and then we have at the door. What people need to do is kind of like knock on the gate really really loud in order for us to know
Hear
like
them.
that they're here, or I keep the front gate open and they knock on. It's one of those things that I need to make
Yeah.
sure it happens.
Like the Ring doorbell would be great,
Mhm.
where you can
Yeah.
see the person.
Yeah, but we don't have internet, so Ring doorbell is useless without internet, right? So
Yeah. And then let me see what they said.
so
Province life is
Gamerwitz, yeah,
slower.
Gamerwitz says province life is far slower. I agree.
And
Yeah, I
hello to
agree.
Gamerwitz. We
Yeah.
saw you when you came in. Thank
Yeah,
you
that's right.
for coming into the
Province life is
chat.
a lot slower. What do you think of the province life?
I like the province life. I like, okay, there's some things that I don't like though. Like I don't like the fact that I have to go over here for the screws, over here for the stapler, over here for this. It's kind of like it's not all in one location. You can get your radiator fixed for your car, but you have to go over here to get the oil change. It's just like uh it's a little much.
Yeah. So the
But-
province is definitely you have to just for car repairs you have to go to the big city in order for you to
Oh,
get
right,
those
right.
amenities, like alignment, right, to get your vehicle aligned, to get your vehicle lift to work underneath and things like that. So here they have a lot of vulcanizing shops, but it's not like a full mechanic shop like
Mhm.
that we are used to. So, what is this? My questions. I don't take. Province life is far slower. Heidi says, my question is, they don't take card there or only cash? Oh, okay. So Heidi's inquiring about finances and how we get around. Um, So we have banking through Philippine National Bank, but to be honest with you, we don't even
We don't
use
need
we
it.
don't even you don't even need Philippine National Bank. I think you need Philippine National Bank or a bank here, a BDO or BPI or
Not BDO.
yeah, we
BDO,
don't use
no.
BDO. These not fond of BDO, but you need banking in order for you to send funds, large amount of funds in Philippines, right? But if you are only going to be using an ATM, and if only, then I would highly encourage you to get
Charles
Charles
Schwab.
Schwab.
Free
Charles
commercial right now.
Schwab.
Charles Schwab.
Charles Schwab is this.
Charles Schwab.
It is good.
It is the best.
It's the best. And so no foreign transaction fee, no ATM fees. What? So you can go to an ATM, pull as much as you need, right?
And we get the
And
best
then
rates.
and the thing is, it's the rate that at that time. So
Mm-hmm.
we're getting the daily rate at that time, right, through Charles Schwab. And even though the ATM says, hey, it's going to charge you 250 peso, blah 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 blah, guess what? It doesn't even pull it
I
out of Charles
haven't
Schwab.
ran into like the daily limit problem either.
Yeah.
So because Charles Schwab is 100% electronic, all online, we're able to pull as much as we need out at that
Mhm.
time.
So if
What
you-
limits us is the ATM itself.
Yes.
It runs out of money or something.
So what the great thing about Charles Schwab is that you can fund Charles Schwab from your US bank account or just use them as a banking period.
Yeah.
Right? And then pull money out of an ATM, and that prevents you from having to pull money, right? Having to walk around with cash all day with like large amount of cash. You know what I mean? You can
Right.
only have, you only need 5,000, then you need to pull 5,000. The
Because-
problem,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, because what I was gonna say is like $200, right?
Mhm.
Or like $180 is 10,000 peso. So you're already walking around with big wads of money.
Yeah. So the problem comes with when you need to purchase large items like a motorcycle.
Hit the like button, guys.
Yeah. So the motorcycle, when we purchased the motorcycle, they're like, all right, this cost 50 grand. And I'm like, all right, cool. Can I put it in my card? And they're like, no, you have to give it to us in cash. We don't do transactions in credit card. So what I had to do, what do we have to do? We had to go to Charles Schwab. You can stay. Option number one, PNB, right? Go pull 50 grand from PNB, right? And you have the cash right there and there. Option number two, you go to any ATM and pull, 50 grand, right?
Yeah.
So for us, those were the two options we had, which is great. So we were able to buy a motorcycle.
And
But-
I don't really like. Oh, go ahead. He
Right,
says, but go ahead.
But if you're purchasing larger items that is within like the 500,000, 1 million, 1.5 million, $2 million,
He's talking like a car.
like a car. If you need a car, then you run into a problem because then you have to fund your Filipino bank account first, and then from your Filipino bank account, then you can pull money. But from there, and the thing is, you need 24-hour notice prior in order for you to pull 500,000 peso or more.
My suggestion is if you can just stay away from using Filipino banks, period,
Mhm.
that'd be great. Because from our experience so far, you're gonna waste a lot of your time in line trying to do these transactions, and you're gonna spend like 2-3 hours waiting in line. Even though I was number 4, it took 2 hours from number 1 to number 4 to be able to do that bank. And like even like just an inquiry, you just go talk to them, try to fill out some papers, and you still don't get any work done. So like let's say you have a timeline, you need to get things done. You need to think like your timeline is going to be double the amount of time.
Okay, so let me ask you this: how do you buy a car?
Buying
if
a car
you don't have a bank account.
If you don't have a bank account, you gotta bring the money. Like that's what I'm saying. You
Okay.
gotta have the money.
Right,
Yes,
right.
yes. It's
Okay.
okay. What
so-
he's saying is you need a bank account here in the Philippines. Yes, to buy a car. Yes, that's true because you need to send money from the United States to here. If you get a loan from the U.S. Financial Navy Federal Credit Union, they'll send you your loan money to a Philippine bank. Yes, I do say that. But what I'm saying is if you don't have to use Philippine banks because it's such an inconvenience of waiting in line and finally like and all the everything else that comes with it, it's like not a pleasant experience.
Right.
Then don't use it, because if you can use Charles Schwab, use Charles Schwab. It's way better. That's all I was saying.
Okay. So, but I want to clarify right? That if you need to make large purchases,
Mhm.
such as a car
Yeah, I
or
understand
a
that.
motorcycle, yeah, but they don't understand that. What you're
Mm-mm.
making a recommendation is you don't need a bank. Try to avoid a bank. You don't need. You do. Okay, so you do, depending on the transactions that are being made, depending on the transaction that like what you're purchasing, you are gonna need a bank, and you can fund, right, and this is a problem that we ran into. You can definitely get the dealership's bank account, you can definitely get their swift code number, right? But you are sending USD or Canadian dollar or European money,
Euro.
euros, to somebody else's account. Now the exchange rate, depending on the exchange rate, they're not gonna get the exact amount, right?
Mhm.
Because I funded, and that's why we went with funding my
Our
account,
bank first.
our bank first, our Filipino bank account, because for that reason they're like, well, do you want us to send it to an organization? How are you gonna get that money back?
Right,
And
because you
so,
would get a refund if
yeah,
you oversent.
yes, you oversent,
And it
but
was
there's
just too
no, it's too
risky
risky.
of
So
them not giving us the money.
so the bank, our U.S. bank, made a recommendation. Hey, you know what? We recommend not funding the car dealerships bank account. We just recommend funding your account, so at least you have
So
money
we
access
did.
to it. So that's exactly what we did. It was harder for me to fund the car dealerships bank over funding my own bank, which is a
Mhm.
lot faster. They'll do it like
Yeah,
that.
and even when we had the funds here in the Philippines, it was harder to fund their bank. We had to go and walk the check to the car dealer.
Yeah, we had to walk the check to the car. We had to drive. We had to borrow, rent.
To the car dealer.
Yeah, we had to walk the check to the car. We had to drive. We had to borrow, rent a car. Yes, Auntie Kessing is great. She does make great food. I said can learn all the. Yeah, you know what? I think that that's why she wants to get an assistant, is to basically learn how to cook all the great dishes, right? Because right now nobody's gonna want to come over and teach her how to cook. Maybe Auntie Kessing does, but she's babysitting right now, so she's taking care of her granddaughter. All right, stay away from all the Marites neighbors. What? Hey, so Heidi, right? She's talking about Marites and how people talk here in Philippines. I totally agree with you. Um, so we were, and here's a story that I have.
Hold
Is
on,
that
before you start your story, I'm
yeah,
sorry. I was
yeah,
thinking we should make people sign a non-disclosure statement. One that will stand up in court
for what?
that they're not allowed to talk about what happens in our house. Like the Kardashians.
We ain't no Kardashians. What you talking about? We ain't no Kardashians.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Finish your statement.
Non-disclosure agreement. What is that? What is
I don't
that?
know.
What does that mean?
That means that they're not allowed to talk about what happens in our
Oh,
house.
come on now. You're in Philippines. Heidi's talking about Marites,
I
right?
know.
What does that mean? Uh, Mare, what's the latest?
What's
That's
the
what.
latest?
What is the latest? So Valen
It's a
was the one.
gossip,
Yeah, what's the gossip?
queens.
The gossip queens. And so word travels very fast here in
And
Philippines.
it travels like the telephone,
Yeah, it
okay? Because
does.
it is wrong. Like
Yeah.
the way it travels is very wrong.
Yeah.
It's not true.
And so before we were, I told someone, yeah, we're looking for a car, we're purchasing a car. Guess what? The entire town, every time I go somewhere, they're like, hey man, you got your car yet? You got your car yet? I'm like, what is going on? Like, how do you even know I'm planning to purchase a car? Well, word travels fast. Um, and so be careful of the Marites neighbors. We don't really talk to anybody. We don't. Mom, now that my mom is gone, nobody comes over other the construction
And
guys.
everything is kind of slowed
Yeah,
down. On
everything
the
is
Marites
slowed
as well.
down. Yeah,
You
everything
know,
is slowed down. There's no more
we would be
misinformation that's being put out there.
no, and then we'd be like, why is everybody asking us if we have a car? And then we would get blamed because they would say that we were talking about it on the internet. And I was like,
Yeah,
we haven't talked about it. Like,
yeah, we haven't
if
talked
you
about it.
watched our stuff, you would know that we still don't have a car because that's all we talk about is the problems we have trying to get a car.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, your information is a little skewed.
Yeah.
No.
So
You're
now,
not watching our
people
videos.
are. I'm not saying that my mom is the gossiper. I'm just saying that like it's like playing the telephone game.
Telephone was
Information,
off.
information one person from that's passed down from one person to the other tend to change over time, right? Depending on how many people it passes through. So,
It's so true.
Yu-Gi-Oh says, it will be really different if you'll be based in Manila and you
Totally.
can't, you just have your house there be rented.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
It would be a totally different, and we can definitely vacate this home right now. But it's been a while since I've been here. I want to update it as much as I can. I know that my family is eventually going to come down here. Both my sisters are going to visit, and their family, and so
And
my
his
brother
brother.
and my brother is going to visit. So
And we'll see who visits from my side
yeah,
of the family. I
and
hope you
so
guys come.
whoever comes down here, will have a place to stay. You know what I mean? And the house will be updated. It's gonna have all the amenities that the foreigner is gonna be looking for. Toilet paper.
No, we don't have toilet paper in this house. We have wipes.
No, yeah, we have baby wipes now. We have baby wipes.
No toilet
Yeah,
paper.
thanks to the baby wipes.
Too
queen.
expensive.
Yeah, toilet paper is way expensive out here. I don't even know. Don't even get me started why paper towel and toilet paper was missing in the U.S.
Just put it
You know
aside.
what I
I'll
mean?
fix it.
Filipinos are like, what? You don't
There's a
need
hole
paper
in
towel or
the
toilet paper.
crotch.
You just need a tabo.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. Yu-Gi-Oh. So there will be also so there will be also an income. Yeah, I totally agree. I think income is good, but our focus here in Philippines is not going to be income. Our focus is going to be raising our kids. And so you can't, we've kind of grinded, we've worked our butt off. We have a little bit of money in savings, and that's what we're using right now. So Gamer Wits says it's easier to get help in the province compared in the city. Be careful of these things. Marites spreading something. Even Gamer Wits, dude. Gamer Wits, right? I was talking about it. So D was talking about disclosure, right? Non-disclosure agreement, which is something that people in the U.S. Basically have people sign if they have someone living with them or working with them. Unfortunately, I don't think those laws or those rules affect the marites, right? Because it's one
No,
one.
just
And the thing is, it's the neighbor that's gonna be saying like, "Oh man, look at that! Look what are they doing? Look what they're doing," and now the whole town knows. So
yeah.
I just
Go ahead.
I just hope that it's like if you really have the question, right, just ask the person directly, and then they can tell you right off.
All right,
And there's been a lot of things that's been said here in Philippines, right, since we've been here that I've had to kind of like let me get your facts straight.
Don't go
All right, so I totally agree with you, Gamer Wits. Be careful with the marites. Yu-Gi-Oh says province life in the U.
I didn't get to say what I wanted to
Oh,
say.
okay, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
And I forgot.
Oh no. Okay, moving on. So Yu-Gi-Oh says province life in the U.S. is scary. What? Province life in the blank is scary because of the Wrong Turn movie. Ha ha ha. I haven't seen it.
You know
Haven't
what? We
seen
don't
it.
watch movies.
We don't watch movies,
just
man.
for that reason. No,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kidding.
Wrong Turn. Yeah.
I don't know.
Sorry, but I'll tell you, province life is good. It's got everything that we need. They definitely accommodate us. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh, it's too far from civilization.
I see there's 6 people in here. You guys hit the like button. Thank you. Okay, what?
So he's saying province life is too far from civilization. You know, that's something that we are considering. So ultimately, we are staying at my mom's house, but eventually we want to build our own. And some of the amenities that we're definitely going to be looking for when building our own house is going to be close to those facilities like a hospital. Right? You don't want to be 80 years old and you're so far away from a main hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know what levels the hospital here are in Philippines, but you need like a level 2 or level 3 hospital
Right.
close by. And I think those are only in Manila. They're not in the province area. So
or in the bigger cities.
In the bigger cities,
I know
yeah.
there's some in Cebu and like the bigger cities.
Yeah. So the difference in levels in hospitals is basically what the hospital can do.
Right.
So some of them can do surgeries, some of them cannot.
One thing about like our channel, I still like we're both veterans and we're both retired from the military.
It's not obvious with the shirts that we're wearing.
Yeah, but see, I'm more old school. Or is the brown the newer one?
Yeah.
Did they just?
Yours
Yours is from the.
Mine's the newer version.
Okay. Well, he got picked up for special forces horses, and that's why he has this beard and this long hair. Anyways,
Yeah.
Okay, so we still want to navigate Tricare because I was able to get Tricare. Hold on, my daughter is trying to sew things.
Yeah, the problem is
That's
she
good.
wants to navigate Tricare, right? The issue is we're
Oh, yeah,
having
no,
house
it's fine.
construction
We'll
right
just
now,
keep
and it
going.
needs to
Yeah,
be
don't
completed. We
don't
can't
go
really
lower.
leave the
Keep
house
it
when there's
high.
people here doing
Yeah.
construction, so
How long do you want me to do
we
it?
can't do that.
Just go back and forth 2 times. Yeah, so we want to hit up the Tricare. We need a chiropractor. Okay. And so I haven't had time to do that. We do have Tricare overseas. So that's already been done. The phone call to Tricare took about 5 minutes to get us switched over from Tricare Prime to Tricare overseas. And I think we have like retired overseas or something. I don't know. But from my understanding is you have to pay 25% of the bill, and then Tricare will pay 75% if it's within the family of the Tricare serviced like doctors or whatever. You also have to pay for 100% of it, and then you'll get reimbursed 75% if it's outside of the that the Tricare or whatever. But you can get reimbursed for your care. So we're going to be looking. I know that there's some Tricare doctors that have been vetted or through Tricare in the Rosales and Dagupan area or Doneta. So it's not that far. It's like a 30-minute drive for us. We're in Tayog to be able to. Oh, we got a knock at the door. Hello, someone is here. I have no idea. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, it's our uncle. Hello, uncle. Magandang umaga. Okay. Hello. I think he's coming to help out with some stuff around the house. So anyways, yeah, what's interesting is we live in the province, so we're connected with family, a lot of family. So it doesn't matter where we go, we run into family everywhere. Like we could be riding on the motorcycle and then someone be like, "Hey," everybody honks at us and they're family. It's funny. Or we could be walking down the street and we're trying to get our workout on because me and Hopert still work out, and then people will be trying to pick us up and it's family and be like, no, we're walking, we're exercising. And so we're constantly telling like people who are like either tricycle, they got their tricycle and they want to give us a ride and we're like, oh no, we're exercising. So it's funny. We see our uncles, cousins, and uncles, cousins, nieces, and stuff like that. So it's cool. And when mom was here, we got a lot of visitors, lots of visitors. Everybody was coming to come through and like pay their respects to mom and say hello. And we're more of the like, we'll go and visit people, but we're not much to get visitors. Oh, well, okay, something's happening. Stay tuned. Wait.
No, bring it.
Okay. Oh,
Nico,
okay.
come here.
I guess we're going.
Hey guys, sunglasses, right?
Sunglasses?
So sunglasses. So you guys know. Can you put it on? Can you put the sunglasses on?
On me?
Yeah. So this
Okay.
is sunglasses, right?
Okay.
Sunglasses, go.
What are we
Step up.
doing?
Okay, stop. So then, there's a bug over here. There's a big
Where?
spider. No,
Where?
take off your
Why am I
sunglasses.
taking sunglasses off?
Right here.
I'm confused. Oh.
Right there. Put it right beside the bug.
Oh
Put the
my
sunglasses
God.
right beside the bug. Put the sunglasses right beside the bug.
That's the exact same spider
Is it
that
big?
me and Hero killed yesterday.
Well, should we kill it?
Look at this.
Oh,
Listen.
hell no. Where did it go?
All right, let's go.
Can I kill
Okay,
it?
no. So,
I
okay,
was
what are your
gonna
thoughts?
kill
What are your
it.
thoughts?
I was gonna kill it.
No, don't kill it.
I'm a killer.
All right, go.
I can't kill it. No, I'm gonna kill it.
So what do you think of the bug, Nico?
Well, I killed that one yesterday.
What's that?
I killed that same spider.
You killed that same spider yesterday?
Well, not that spider, but it was like another one.
She killed a spider with the same. Oh no. Okay, so there you go. That's the province life.
Then I lost my soul now.
Yeah, let me see what's up. Breakdancer. Hey, what's up? Valen, everybody's in the chat today. Robert Morris, Lady next door. Oh, okay. Hey, lady next door. Let me see. Gamerwitz is here. Heidi's here. Yu-Gi-Oh's here. Okay, so let's see if I can go back. Let me see. Got to have the wipes. Wipes is better. Wipes is life. No, okay. Let me see. Um, I'm being a marites right now. You guys are hilarious. Okay. Well, welcome to our channel, Lady Next Door. We moved to the Philippines back like 3 weeks ago. And we've been planning this Philippines move for about 20 years, but really 2 years was like the grind where we saved as much money as we could. We saved all our leave days. Even though we did go on vacation a lot, you can go back and look at our videos. We went on a lot of vacations, but we mostly used our like our 3 day weekends and things like that to go on vacation. And we only went for like we would top up on a 3 day weekend and then we'd throw a couple more days in, and then that's how we went for a week at a time. But so we moved to the Philippines after we retired from the military. We did 20 years. Hobart did 21. And so, yeah, here we are 3 weeks later. We bought a car. We bought a motorcycle.
Weeks.
Yeah, we've been here for 3 weeks.
Seriously?
Yeah, we've only been here for 3 weeks.
I thought it's been a month.
Himiko feels like it's been a month, but we got here on the 18th of August. And today is the, let me see, I don't even know what day it is. It's September 9th, according to and we're in the future. If you're in the United States, we're in the future. So in this time we've put AC into the house. We did move into the family home, which is a home that's been here for like years. 1,000 years, decades. Yeah, this is an older home. It's 100% made from brick, like the brick mortar, cement walls, things like that. And then so whenever we put something in, we just kind of like break down a wall. It's kind of wild. They just go with the sledgehammers and they're breaking through.
Oh yeah, don't break the TV while it falls.
Yeah, and then we break the TV, of course. So we've been
And then
having.
you have to pay more money. No.
Okay. All right. Himiko wants to be part of the chat. Okay, here we go. Early stream. So yeah, we usually do our streams late at night because that's like when everything's kind of like died down, and it's like the only time me and Hobart have to ourselves. But it is a weekend, and so we're home, and we're not like getting the kids to school. We're not, but we still have people over. Right now, we have carpenters here, and they're building the roof for the extra room that we have next, like in the other part of the house. I took a tour earlier, so if you guys want to see a tour of the house, you can go back to our last live stream, full update of like all the things that have been happening in the house. Yu-Gi-Oh says that BGC is a bubble. Now, I haven't been to BGC yet. I really haven't. We went to Mall of Asia the other day, and that was a lot of fun. But we didn't. I think that's in Pasay or Pasay. Let me see. We're sewing. Good job, Himiko. Yeah, this is good. Let me close the loop here. We're sewing one of our shirts, and let me see.
And skirts.
Yeah, for some reason, everything around here,
Breaks.
it's just like it's quantity, not quality here. And I was talking to one
But
of
at
my
least
cousins.
I know how to sew.
Good job, Himiko. That was good. All right. So we were talking to one of our cousins, and she said that it's quantity over quality. So she's like, if you can get 20 of something, it doesn't matter if it's not good. It's from China because they can get more of it. And so then they can sell more of it and make higher profits than if they were to get something from the US. It's more expensive, but you get less. And so that's what she was telling me when I was talking to her the other day. She has a store, like a sorry store, and she was saying, yeah, it's better to get things from China because she's gonna be able to make more money from it, even though the quality's lower. So we bought some clothes from the store, from the mall, and our mall is like one of the lower end malls. It's not like SM where it's all established and stuff. Our mall is like a market mall, and the stuff like started falling apart. So now I have to re-sew their uniforms because they already have holes in them. Okay. And then let's see what everybody else is saying. So I haven't been to BGC, but I do plan on hopefully going sometime soon. Today's a really good day to go to the beach. I'm asking Hobart if he can take me to the beach. Excuse me, children. I'm having a lot.
Yeah, I know, but I told Hero no because I don't want to play, but he's like, no, I'm asking, he forces me.
Okay. So, sorry. This is what I got to deal with. Okay, so then I want to go to the beach today, or maybe go like zip lining. There's a place out here. It's called Pugo Adventure, and so I'm trying to get my husband to take me to that. If you guys want to look it up, Pugo Adventure or Pugo Adventure, and they have like swimming pools. They have zip lining, a zoo. They have I want to go to all of it too. I feel like I would need a couple days. Like you can spend the night there as well. You need a couple days to go there. So I'm really trying to get my husband to take us out that way. But once we're there, we're really close to the Union. Okay, La Union. And out there they have gorgeous beaches. So I'm like, I want to get my bathing suit on. I want to go to the beach. I want to do these things. Today's Saturday, and I really want to go. But we have construction happening, so we basically have to wait until all this gets done. Let me see. Tricare close by. Heidi was asking about Tricare. If you go onto the Tricare website, you can see that there are like from where we live. So Heidi is a sister of ours. She would come to visit here, probably live here as well. There's at least 15 doctors in the area that have Tricare certified, like they're vetted by Tricare. Now, if you go into the main cities, you'll find way more stuff. I'm a block my son. I don't know why he's back there playing video games, but whatever.
He has to charge.
Yeah. Oh, he's trying to charge his phone or his game, and it's connected. Hi, Roberto Alejandro. Hello. Hey, you just found our channel, right? I just saw that message. You found our channel. My husband and I are military, and we moved to the Philippines. If you go back, you can watch our whole move, and you can see like our commentary. We started vlogging every single day or doing a live every day from the minute we retired, or actually like quit our day jobs. So we had retired from the military back in January, and then we've just basically been working this whole time, saving money. And then we were like, okay, we're putting our resignations in. We're no longer gonna do the 9 to 5 thing. So we quit our careers, and we're gonna go online. You can work online in America and live here in the Philippines if you have that kind of job. And Hobart and I, we both have our graduate degrees because we did finish grad school, and then we also got our clinical licenses, so we can work online. It's just that we haven't been able to work online because we don't have good internet. So the internet we have right now is prepaid, and we have gone to 2 different companies, Converge and PLDT, to try and get unlimited online, but they just haven't come through. Like we've literally paid for 2 years, like for 1 year for each of them, just for whoever will come through, and nobody's come through. And so basically we don't have internet yet for the unlimited online. And so that's one of our main things too. Hobart's saying that if by the 15th of September we still don't have internet, he's planning on moving us to the city. But at the same time, I'm very hesitant to move to the city because I do like the smaller schools. I do like the province life. That's what I prefer. Even though I don't have all of the amenities or everything that like that comes with living with the city. I don't really care about like having everything like perfect. Like I'm okay with like roughing it a little bit. Like, but that's because that's like just kind of how I was raised. I was raised in the farm, and I was raised with animals. Like I would go and feed the animals every morning. I'd go to the farm, I'd pull out the onions, and I'd use lemon in my hair as gel. Like there's a lot of different stuff. I'd shower with a bucket. Like it's not a far stretch living here in the Philippines for me. I know everybody talks about how like I'm the foreigner, but I also didn't grow up in the United States, so it's not like a big stretch for me to like have this kind of lifestyle. I'm okay with it. So I'm not really like real big on moving to the city, and I also think that this is the better place for me and my kids because like I do like the small town feel. Like I do like the small town school, and we're very active in the school. We're very active in the community. So and my husband's a sergeant of arms at the school, which is super cute. Let me see here. That's huge. That is huge. What are you guys talking about? What is huge? What are you guys talking about? Anyway, um, what is that? It's a huge spider. Oh, you guys are talking about the spider. Okay, so yesterday I have a story for you guys about the spider. Yesterday, Hiro and Himiko, babe, yesterday Hiro and Himiko were at the house and they saw a spider like crawling underneath the TV area. Hero's the one who spotted it, and he's like, "Hey, there's a spider." And so these two kids, like, I'm really proud of them. They went and like hunted the spider. Okay, they're like, "We are gonna find the spider. We're gonna kill it." And I was like, "Okay." Um, so they did. They like lifted the papers one by one, and they saw the spider. It moved a little. They went, grabbed a cup, like they put the spider in the cup. Then what they did is they're like opening a little bit. They sprayed it with some bug spray. Oh, they put a paper underneath the cup, so they could have so they could lift the spider. They're very smart. These kids are awesome. And they said, it's kind of graphic, but they said they sprayed the spider and then it peed. And I was like, oh, that was it dying, and then and so then they kept the spider as evidence in the house, like on the cabinet. And so when we were like walking through, I was like, what is the spider? They're like, oh, we killed a spider. I'm like, oh my God, you guys, this is great. It was a big spider, just like the one you saw.
It's exactly that.
It was the exact spider. So and I've seen those spiders before. We've had at least two in our bedroom before. So that's what I'm talking about. Like we're trying to update the house so we can seal all the open spaces, because this home used to have like an open air kind of like the model was open air. Like mom was really in love with her open air window, like, and the bugs would be coming in, and even though she had a screen on there, bugs and everything can just kind of come on in. And then the seals around the doors and stuff weren't really sealed. So Hobart called and so we have lizards, we have mice, we have ants, we have spiders, we have all the bugs that you can think about. They're here in our home. And so Hobart, since we moved in like 3 weeks ago, he hired a contractor to come out and start sealing the house. And even like the roof is not sealed. So we've been sealing the roof and repainting and like cleaning and just trying to get rid of all the pests. I know it's not going to be 100. I know it's not going to be 100%. Like I know I'm still going to struggle with some bugs and stuff. That's the same thing as it was in the States. You still struggle with like cockroaches and mice, and it's the same thing. But there's just much more like available to you. Like there's a bug guy, And so I was telling Hobart, we were at the grocery store the other day, and we're buying like bug spray, and so he's saying, oh, I'm going to find someone who does the bug spray. And I'm like, I don't know that we'll really find somebody like we do in the States, where the guy comes, once every 2 months, and he sprays around the house, the perimeter and stuff. But for us, it's kind of like I bought the zapper, and some of there's zapping bugs, and flies are a nuisance. And then I'm also using like the little spray and stuff. So bugs, we are having a war on bugs here. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Okay, and then PETA will be at your door. I know, right? No, like, trust me, I'm I'm not doing all the best things, okay? And I mean that by like I just, if I'm not, I haven't burned a hole in the ozone layer. All right, guys, that's not, I haven't contributed in that way. But I have thrown away a lot of trash, and I'm sure, I don't know how they get rid of it. All right, but my trash is hauled away, and we need more trash being hauled away. But it's just takes things take time here. So, did you get Taco Bell yet? No, I haven't had Taco Bell out here. Where do you get this Taco Bell? Anybody know? Like, where is Taco Bell? I haven't seen one. I only see like Jollibee, McDonald's. I haven't seen Taco Bell out here. Did you guys get your VA squared away yet? Okay, Robert, we have not been down to Manila since for the VA, but I know that we do want to get our VA. Like, we want to go over there and check in. I'm supposed to have a VA appointment on like 3 months after I'm here, but my VA doctor, I can see him online, so they do like video conference, and so I know I can still see the VA doctor in the States. I can see the VA doctor anywhere in the world. I haven't switched over to like a different provider yet, and I'm the only one who sees a doctor like every 3 months for maintenance. But Hobart doesn't even see anybody, so I don't know. We got to try and get that one figured out. So let me see. The internet is freezing. Ah, what a bummer. Did you guys? Okay. Uh, we are less than 3 years out from retirement. Both Air Force have been planning for the last 5 years. Cool, cool. Hey, okay, so you have been planning for 3 years. Before we came here, we got a bank account. We got it while we were in the United States. You can go back and check the video. It did cost ridiculous amounts of money to start a bank account here. Before you even come, get financing on a loan for Navy Federal Credit Union. They're great. You can get a car here if you have Navy Federal. Guys. They want to talk in the background while I'm trying to have a live. And then somebody's also like knocking on the wall. Here, I'm going to go over here. I'm going over here. I don't know. I can hear construction in the back and it's bothering me. Okay. And I don't feel like the construction got any better over here. That's great. Okay. So anyways, let me see if I can get better lighting. Oh, look, there's better lighting this way. Okay. I'll figure it out. So anyways, some things that we did, if you're in the military, you should get Navy Federal as a bank, and we get all of our checks sent to Navy Federal. We and then we like to send our money through Charles Schwab. So Navy Federal does do a wire transfer to the Philippines. We were able to get some money that way, but it took like 5 to 7 days. And Navy Federal does have 24-hour service help, so you can call at any time to get them to like help you with stuff. You don't have to wait until the morning. But if there's a department that you're trying to get specifically, then you do have to wait till like 11 o'clock at night here for it to be 8 in the morning in the States, so that you can do some transactions. So we have to do a lot of transactions in the middle of the night. Now, we do have a U.S. phone. Both of our phones are still in the U.S. with T-Mobile, and mom's clock, our birds, and right now it's going on. Okay, my T-Mobile was double what it normally is, my bill. So we did a lot of phone calls to like Navy Federal Credit Union, and we ended up paying like 275 for the bill for our two phones, and also we have three Apple Watches. Here in the Philippines, the Apple Watches don't work without Wi-Fi. So my daughter, even though she has a line and she should be able to like give us calls or anything, nothing goes through to her when she's not near like internet. So it's kind of like pointless. Her Wi-Fi, the only thing we can do is like track her movements, but she can't actually send us info. It sucks. So there's that. I can use my Wi-Fi, my Apple Watch with my cell phone, so because it's always tethered. So there's that. But it does cost a lot of money. It costs like $270 for our T-Mobile this month, like from our transition. So hopefully next month it won't be as expensive. I haven't turned off roaming or data, cellular data. I haven't turned those things off. I just kind of keep them on. It's my convenience. I know, but I'm not taking any phone calls. So people call me, I just say no, and the only thing I will take is text messages and Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. We do Wi-Fi calling here a lot. Out here, everybody uses Facebook, and Facebook has been like something that we don't normally use, like in the States anymore. Facebook is kind of dead for us, but here everybody uses Facebook. So we had to like reestablish our Messenger, and everybody uses Messenger out here. And if you want to buy something or you need to call somebody to come deliver something, it's in Messenger. So if you use social media, everything's done online with social media, Wi-Fi. The 5G is really fast here, and actually, because we use 5G for like, but that's your data, and so it'll really eat up your data. Here, I only get 5 gigabytes of data with my T-Mobile. But my husband did get a Filipino cell phone. Filipino cell phone is important because everywhere you go, they're asking for your Philippine number, and so he's the only one with a Filipino phone. And I don't get any phone calls from any Filipinos. Like, I don't even understand what they're saying half the time anyway. So nobody's calling me. The only reason why I have my cell phone is for my convenience, so I can like look at the web or text, and I only text like my family and friends. So I'm not the reason why the bill was so high. The bill was high because we had to call Navy Federal 100 times to get this car loan. And the car loan, we could have started it before we even got here. Yeah, if you know how much money you want, like if you know the make and model of the car that you want, you don't even have to know the VIN number. You can give them a VIN number and make and model, and then if it doesn't go through, that's not a big deal. You just call and update the VIN number, but you have to stay with the same make and model, and that's fine. So we were able to get our car in 17 days from the day we got here, but it took a minute. We did come with cash on hand, so we came with American cash and we came with Filipino cash, and you don't need American cash here. Well, in my opinion, if you want the best rates, just come here with the Charles Schwab. You can pull money out the ATM and boom. You don't need to travel with American money. I haven't exchanged any American money since I've been here. Zero. And so like I have this American money that I haven't even used. I guess it could be like my backup. But mostly Filipino money. Like we use Filipino money. We just pull it from the ATM, and then it's safe there. Like nobody's gonna be able to know our code, or we're not walking around with wads of money. So that's good. We did buy our motorcycle cash. The motorcycle cost $1,000, which is very inexpensive. So we bought We bought the maintenance, we bought the insurance, we bought everything, and it was all together, bundled up, $1,000. And so that was easy. And we got the motorcycle that day. Let me see. What else are people saying? So hopefully the internet, the Wi-Fi is better now. That's what I'm hoping. Um, there's a mall in Manila. Somebody was talking about a mall in Manila. There's lots of malls in Manila, actually. So we're good on that. Triona Mall. That's where it used to go back in college. Okay. And oh, you're talking about Taco Bell having a mall, like Manila Mall has Taco Bell. Is it any good? I mean, I'll try it, but I'm not going to the mall just for Taco Bell. It better be for something else. I need to have more on the menu than just Taco Bell. Yeah. Robert, do you guys have any other questions about like moving to the Philippines? Do you have any questions about like military people coming over here? I don't know. I'm willing to answer it. And then I know there's 6 people here, so if you guys have questions, you can come into the chat. I mean, it's not the same as home when it comes to Taco Bell. You know what though? Like Taco Bell is not it's not good for me. I've had Taco Bell and like I like the flavor and everything, but I don't think it's healthy. That's just my. You will finally buy land. Okay, will you finally buy land like you said? Yes, yes. Okay, so we are here at his family home, right? And he's doing a lot of renovations and stuff. But since we've been here, and I should make videos on this, which because I have all the footage. I have footage for when we've gone looking at properties. So far, since we've been here, we have walked through 2 properties. Now, the where we live is my daughter decided she wanted to make ice while I'm over here. I can't go anywhere, and there's no noise. Go ahead, hurry up. Hurry up. Okay. Okay. All right. So we did look at 2 properties. The first property we looked at, the building structure looks immaculate. It's like beautiful, right? You walk inside, it was only 2 bedrooms, and we can't make that work for us. It was a little bit more modern-ish, but a 2 bedroom is not going to work for my husband and I and our 2 kids. It's just not. So, babe, you can't do that another time?
Can I?
Hurry up, please.
Can it just be like, were you not to alive every single day?
I don't. And don't be disrespectful to me. Okay. So there's this the property we went to, it was like all overgrown. The weeds were like as tall as me. And then they were trying to sell it for the land that was behind it. So like basically they're saying like there's this house here, but then the reason why it's so expensive is because there's all this land behind it that is also for sale. And we're like, we don't need all the land behind it, and the house that you guys are selling isn't appointed well enough for our family needs. So even though it was a beautiful house, a 2 bedroom is just not going to work for us. So, and then the asking price, it wasn't what we're willing to pay for that home because we don't need all the land. I understand that the asking price, according to them, is based off of the land, but we don't need all that land. So if we're gonna get land, we're gonna want to do something else. My daughter just dropped all the ice. I don't know which. Besides one. Well, there you go. And it's hard to make ice out here. Okay.
Too hard.
Okay. The second house that we looked at, it had a really long entryway, like really long, and you have to buy. Well, I guess you're getting a right of way, but the right of way is the old family. So like the old family still lives on the property, like the father-in-law, and then, which is not a problem, but you're going to be sharing the space with them. And so you have to drive up the driveway, which is a 1-laner, and it's a very tight squeeze. I'm sure I would not be able to get anything through there except for a motorcycle. And so we were inquiring. We're like, well, what about the property in front of us? What about the property behind us? What about the property over here? So we're looking at all the properties around it because we would want to expand this driveway because the driveway just isn't working out for us. And that was a big deterrent because the house was beautiful. It was 3 bedrooms upstairs. It was a nice living space downstairs. It was well thought out. They must have used a contractor. It was a good home. It was a great solid home, but the driveway was a no-go. And I was like, well, can we buy the property in the front so we can make a better like frontage? And no, it didn't work out. So let me close this door. These kids are driving me crazy. But it just hey, okay.
Where's the
What? Where's what?
The room.
I don't know, babe. Just use your hands.
The room.
Oh my god.
The blue room.
I don't know, babe. I'm not gonna stop and help you with that.
Mommy,
I don't know where the blue broom is.
you put things everywhere.
Look, go over there. Look, get the squeegee thing. She dropped the ice.
No, not the squishy thing. I need that.
Maybe in there. I don't know. Okay, so that second house, I think they were selling it for the same price as the other house. Yeah, maybe a little cheaper than the other house. It didn't have as much. There was more to do at that second house. Like if you were to get the second house, you'd have to tear down a whole building because it was like basically condemned because it was falling apart in the back. But they're like, oh well, it has the caretaker's home, and we're like, this caretaker's home needs to go. This is going to be way too much work for me. And then they had a fish pond, and the fish pond is just not something that we need. So we would end up having to break down the fish pond and get rid of it. And so there was a lot of work to do at that house. And then the little driveway thing was just not. So we're looking at properties, and we're gonna buy something, but we still need to go to Palawan. We need to go to. I want to go to Anda. I want to go to La Union, San Fernando. Like, there's a bunch of places I want to go see, but we do talk about it when we drive around, and we say, if we found a property out here, would we go to it and would we buy it? And we say, yeah, maybe we'd build out here. It's not our dream home out here in the province. I probably want to like build a dream home closer to the ocean. But we're actually like an hour away from the ocean from where we live. So it's not, but we will buy land. Breakdancer Kiyoshi. We've saved up so that we could buy some land. I'm gonna close this door, guys.
Where is it?
I don't know, babe.
No, you do know. You put everything everywhere.
All right, babe. I don't know.
Where?
I can't help you. She's looking for a broom because she made a mess. All right, let's see here. Do you guys want to go visit Isabella? Yeah, I do. Valen, I want to go visit Isabella. Can you guys come out here and be my tour guide? That'd be great. Let me see. Not moving to the Philippines, but since you guys are there, how do you file taxes? Okay, thank you for asking about the taxes. Because of the storms and COVID, last year, California has extended their taxes to October. Now, we put everything together and we sent in our taxes. We have a CPA. I don't know what CPA stands for right now. My brain's not working. Certified something. Certified CPA. I don't know. So you guys know what CPA is? We have one. And they did our taxes, but they found some gaps. So I'm supposed to respond to them and tell them what's up. And I haven't finished doing my taxes. So I moved across the country without filing my taxes. But I have a CPA and I know she'll be able to get everything done. But I have until October to file my taxes. So that's on my to-do list. And it should be like at the top of my Certified public accountant. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what a CPA is at this point. So yeah, we do go with a CPA firm, one of the bigger firms, and it just works better for us. It's what our needs are. So we don't do like the small tax thing. I'm sure you could do those taxes, your taxes with like RoboTax or I don't know what the green one is, but I'm sure you could do your taxes that way or even online while you're here. But we don't make any money in the Philippines. So since we're here, we make money in the United States. So if we're doing our taxes, it all goes through the United States. And there's a partnership with the Philippines. So as long as you do your taxes in the United States, then you're good to go. Now, if we were making money in the Philippines, I'm sure we would have to pay taxes on the money that we make from the Philippines as well, but we don't. Our checks, our W-2s or whatever, if I'm working online, all come from the United States. So that's kind of where it's at with the taxes. And because I do my taxes with a CPA, and I've done my taxes with CPA for the last, I don't know, 7 years, they already know like all of our expenses and everything. They do our bookkeeping, and so it's real easy to just have my CPA file my taxes. I don't file any taxes. They do it for me. Let me see here. Not moving to the okay. Robert said we have watched so many videos. My wife is originally from Subic, born and raised. We bought land in Lipa, which was quite the process. Okay, so since we've been here, we have been learning a lot about land. Um, and I'm not going to go into it specifically because land is so I will tell you that you want to make sure your title is clean when you're buying land in the Philippines. And the reason is because if you buy land, you want to hire an attorney. You must hire an attorney to do a land survey and a title like review. Okay. And the reason is because you could be buying a property that has been sold. Okay, babe. So the title could, if it's not, you just want to make sure that the title is clear, because a family member or like an heir or somebody could come and lay claim to the property even though it's been sold a couple times. And if they were to survey it and it's surveyed and the land you bought is like an encroachment on somebody else's land, then they could come and take that land back. They can also like if the land isn't cleared, from property to property, and there's like the title has to have the signatures, and what the lawyer does is he like goes through the municipal and he like the records, and he like looks and makes sure everything is dressed while you're buying this property. So don't buy a property without an attorney, and the attorney needs to be someone who's experienced in like title acquisition and things like that. Those are the kinds of words that they use. So just much like you would use an escrow company or something like that to look at title and make sure that the title company looks at it, right? And in some states you even use an attorney, a real estate attorney. So it's the same process, although it's in the Philippines, and you can use an attorney who does that kind of stuff. And so we have hired an attorney. So we have someone who we can use to like help us with our property buying process. Yeah, for sure. Let me see. If you don't mind me asking, what do you guys do for work? You mentioned you make money in the United States. So all right, Lynn. Just so you know, Lynn, my husband and I, we are 20 years in the service. So we do have our retirement. But aside from that, we are graduates, grad school. So we went to grad school and we became online clinicians. So we have our clinical, and we passed all our boards, and so we can work online with clients, and that's pretty much it. We're LCSWs, licensed clinicians. So that's how we can work online. Let me see here. Go meet my family. You okay? Uh, she can tour you guys around. Okay, well, I mean, I can make I could put it on my schedule to go to Isabella in sometime in January. That's not a problem. That's doable. And I met your sister once, so I don't remember quite your what she looks like, but yeah, we could definitely probably get together and show me Isabella. And if there's any land, near your guys' property, so we could be neighbors, that'd be cool. Let me see. Yep, don't want to be scammed. Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. Like, even buying a car here in the Philippines, I was worried about being scammed. So we went to the dealer for the car, and when you're in the dealership, like, yeah, that's cool. Like, that it's legit. Well, then Hobart started looking online at cars, and he was talking to a guy on Facebook, and the guy was trying to sell him a car. But then when he was looking at the prices and everything, he saw that there was like a commission fee. And so I told him, hey, like, maybe we're getting scammed or something. And so he decided that, well, he asked the guy, like, what's this commission fee? And the guy said, oh, it's because I'm not the dealer. And so then he stopped talking to people who are not dealers. You trying to charge it? Okay, well, go get a chair and sit there. Sit there and go get a charger. Or go ahead. Yeah, my son's trying to play a video game. Hold on. Okay, so then what happened is we decided to only go through the dealer. And even when we were going through the dealer, I still didn't feel 100% because, okay, guys, so I'm going to move over there because you guys are making a lot of noise over here. Okay. All right. So it's real active in my house, if you can't tell. So then we went through the dealer for the car, but then I was like, who's this guy? We haven't met him. And, my husband found him online. It was the dealer, and he was talking to the dealer all times of the night and stuff. And so I was just like, not feeling like 100% comfortable. They had said that they were going to deliver the car to us. I've never bought a car in the Philippines, so I didn't know if it was legit or not. And it turns out it was legit because they did deliver the car to us. And the whole time we were talking to the business manager of the dealership. So we were actually talking to the main boss. So that made me feel more comfortable. But we did go over to the dealership to drop off the check. So then I was like, okay, this is legit. We signed papers, and then we got the car like 3 days later. So even though, like, don't expect to be able to drive off with a car unless you have cash on hand. And when you're buying a car, they do prefer that you pay for it cash. There's no way to finance the car in Philippines at the dealer. You have to finance the car at a bank. And if you are trying to finance a car in Philippines, you have to have an established bank account. You have to do everything during the weekday. They only do business days. They don't do like days. It's business days, and a lot of holidays in between. So we got caught up with 2 Mondays back to back being holidays in the Philippines. So we weren't able to get anything done when we were trying to buy these cars. So the Philippines just wasn't working out for us to get the loan. Plus, we don't have an established credit out here. So we ended up getting the loan from the United States. I mean, there it is. So Valen says she's selling her house. Who's selling her house? Her sister? Your sister? I don't know. Like, I've been real picky about these houses. I just want some land so I can build my dream home. And there it is. Okay. And if the house is not better than mom's house, and mom's house is pretty nice, Mom's house is like the standard of like, how I want to live. So I'm like, I ain't moving into some other house when I have a nice house already. The mop is outside next to the washer machine. So, anyways, yeah, like if I'm gonna move into someone's house, it needs to be at the level of mom's house or better. And mom's house is beautiful. Mom's house is gorgeous. So we've been enjoying this house. Okay, not sure if you have looked for land south of Manila, but we recommend looking. Okay, Batangas. It's a nice area. Can be a little pricey in some developments. Yeah, you can get but you get what you pay for. I like that. Thank you. Yeah, that's true. We haven't checked anywhere really. We've only been here for 3 weeks. We got here on the 18th. Today's the 9th, so we've been here for 3 weeks. Okay, let me see. She says she has a 4 bedroom, 4 bathroom. Excuse me, son. Okay, newly built. Oh, yeah, but how much is it? Because I don't want to pay American prices. Okay, I rather I'd rather just buy land and build it if if uh, if I got to pay a big profit for a house. I know you can buy land and you can build houses, and then you get to build it the way you want. You get to do you can do the layout however you want. So it's I don't know. I guess I'm real picky, but we'll see.
Go have snacky one.
Yeah, go get a snack.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. All right, guys. So my kids are being very needy, so I'm gonna cut this stream at an hour and 30 minutes. If you would like to see the last stream, we talked about how much money people make. We talked about the wages in the Philippines, in the province. And if you want to see about that, go watch the live stream we did before. And also, the live stream I did before, it was earlier today. It also had a tour of our house. All right. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Bye, everybody.